Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Patrice, and this is my Embellish Life. So, you guys already know when I'm in this setting, something is about to happen. Something is about to go down, and that it is. So, I've started knitting a sweater. Yes, I haven't done any real knitting in such a long time. So, I said, you know what? Let me also do some sort of knit with me. So that is what this video is all about today. You're gonna come along with me while I knit up the party top sweater by Abbyeknits. So if that's something you're interested in, let's get in it. So it's festival season in the Virgin Islands, and while everyone is out there plenancing on the people's street, I am home. Yes. I'm not a fan of huge crowds, so I tend to shy away from them a lot of the times. Don't get me wrong, I do like to go out, but I'm not a crowd person. So while they are out there losing their minds and gyrating and doing whatever they're doing on the people's street, I said, you know what? Let me just get into my corner and let me just make something. Now, I'm still in the process of completing the part 3 of the Sew With Me. It's coming, guys. It's coming. You know, that fabric here just messed with my momentum a bit, but I'm almost finished. So you should see that video before you see this one. But I really wanted to knit something. I haven't done any serious knitting since 2019, I would say. 2019, 2020. No, 2019, because I returned home from the UK 2019. So I think between that time and this time, I think I knitted a shawl and I started a sock. One pair, the other foot isn't completed. And I've started various cardigans here and there, but never completed. So I've not been very serious with the knitting in some years, and that's a skill I definitely do not want to lose because I do enjoy crocheting and knitting as well. So I said, you know what? I think it's time for me to knit a sweater. And that is what I'm going to do today. So I pulled out my old faithful sweater pattern, and it's the party top sweater by Abbyeknits. Here it is, this lovely sweater. Now, I knitted it twice before, and I absolutely love this. Now, it calls for a decay weight yarn, and I absolutely love the crop sweater. Definitely loving it. And the sleeves as well, it's at the length that I prefer, just below the elbows. Perfect for the climate that I'm in. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to wear this now, maybe in the cooler months. That's what I'm preparing this sweater for. Can't wear this sweater. No, you must be mad. No. Oh, definitely no. So I'm hoping to wear this sweater maybe in November, December, around there. So yeah, I'm preparing for it now. And so it's a simple sweater. It's a raglan sleeve sweater. Now, when I'm knitting sweaters and cardigans, raglan sleeves are my go-to sleeves. I might not have much experience in sewing raglan sleeves, but when it comes to knitting, they are my go-to. And of course, it's a top-down sweater, and it's pretty straightforward with the stockinette knits and the stockinette knit, and the ribbon. But just for a little extra detail in the sleeves, not sure if you can see it, there are some eyelets in the sleeves, and I am here for that. So the first time I did this sweater, I think it took me about 2 weeks to complete it from start to finish. And that's because that was the only thing that I was working on. I had some downtime. I was on vacation, and I'm like, you know what? let me just do a sweater. So I dedicated 2 weeks for that, and yeah, I was able to complete it in 2 weeks. Whether or not I'm able to do that this time around, I don't know. But definitely, 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 we're gonna see how long this takes me. So now that I've shown you the pattern and what I'm working on, I'm gonna show you the yarn, and the yarn as well has a bit of a backstory to it. So let's see the yarn that I'm working on. So as I previously mentioned, the yarn is a DK weight yarn, and this is the yarn that I'm using. My favorite yarn dyers is Malabrigo yarns. Yes, it is favorite. And the colorway for this one is Chispa. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but Chispa. We're gonna go with Chispa. Yes, and it's this beautiful um, purple, but it has different hues of purples, and I think there's some sort of gray in there, some sort of dusty rose as well. Ah, it is absolutely beautiful. Now, for those of you who have been with me for a while, you might have remember seeing this yarn before. I think it was in one of my Christmas videos last year when I said that I wanted to knit up a sweater. And that was the Foxberry Tea by Sarah Nodland. And I started it. I started it at the beginning of this year. I didn't complete it. Reason being, I have come to terms with the fact that I am not a fan of the bubble stitch, the popcorn stitch, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not a fan of it. Um, I should say in knitting, crocheting it is not a problem, but in the knitting, it was too much. And that particular sweater, the whole entire yoke, there was what you call it, the bubble stitch, and I abandoned the yoke halfway. So I have a sample here just to show you. So this was the beginning of the Nodland sweater, and as you can see, no, it's turned on the in wrong side. Let's do this again. Yes, so you can see, all the beautiful bubbles. I mean, it's beautiful, and it was coming along so nicely, so very nicely, but I struggled, and I had it in timeout for a while, for a few months, and had a come to Jesus moment, and I told myself, you know what, Pat, you are not going to complete this sweater, even though you want it, because this. I'm not even halfway in the yoke yet, and I had some more to go. I wasn't going to complete it, but it is a beautiful sweater. I think I need to make some knit friends. See who wants to knit up this sweater for me. But as you can see, the Malibrigo Shispa, it was knitting up beautifully. So I said, you know what? Instead of having this beautiful yarn in the whip section, not doing anything with, let's just take it down and do something else with it. So that is what we are going to do. Now, as I previously mentioned, I've already started the sweater, the party top sweater, and this is where I am so far. So I've already done the neckband, and now I'm working on the yoke. I've already separated, as you can see. So, and this is some of the eyelets. Let's see if I can take it out. Well, stretch it out for you to see. This is some of the eyelets here. Yeah, I'm so excited. So I still have a ways to go to complete the yoke. I'm pacing myself, because I do have to preserve my joint health as well. So I'm pacing myself, but this is what I have so far, and I'm absolutely loving it. So just gonna take you along with me as I knit knit this sweater now. Already I've had some shenanigans in the beginning of this sweater. And that is because my least favorite part when in knitting is actually casting on in the wrong, especially when there's a lot of stitches. That is my least favorite part, the casting on and getting through those first two rows. My least favorite part. So I had some shenanigans there in the beginning, and then early on, I think it was either row 3 or 4 in the knitting up of the net band. There's a 1 by 1 rib. I made a mistake. So I think for about 50 to 60 stitches, instead of having the pearl knit, it was something else different. So instead of looking like a rib stitch, it started to look like a seed stitch. So it took me some time to, go back and sort out each of those correctly. So I did that. And I got through that. And now I'm just on my merry way trying to get the yoke sorted. And then I can separate for the sleeves and get the body done. But I'm so excited for this top. Now, what are my plans for this top? Well, I'll tell you. For this top, I am thinking about matching it with a panel circle skirt. Now, at the beginning of this year, when I did my sewing goals, maker goals, I did mention that I wanted to do a self draft panel circle skirt. And I'm thinking that this sweater would be the perfect top to match that panel skirt. So we are working on the top now, and then when I'm finished the top, we're gonna do the panel skirt, and that would be something that I can check off of my maker goal list. But I'm so excited, super 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 excited. So this is where I am so far, and I think I'll just make this video in multiple parts just because I don't want to keep you too long. So I'm just showing you the beginning of my party top sweater by Abbyeknits. Okay, so in the next part of the video, I'm going to, show you some of my shenanigans and as we work through this sweater. So until then, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also click that notification bell and tell me, do you knit? Do you crochet? Or is sewing your only hobby? And if you do, what projects are you currently working on in your knitting? Tell me, tell me, tell me. I want to know in the comments below. I hope you have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Think lovely thoughts, keep on smiling, and always remember to make beautiful and wonderful things. All right, lovies, I'm out of here. Bye.